Hola a todos, hello everyone, it's Sabina here with one more video for this week. Here we are learning Portuguese language. But not for this time, because this time we are learning some tricks and tracks about how to learn Portuguese language. So, if you are just wondering why she is all dressed up today, all fancy and even speaking in English, it's because today is a Friday night and I'm going out right after this video and I'm speaking in English because the topic I'm going to talk about today, I was almost saying tonight, normal because it's night I'm recording this video. So the topic I'm going to discuss today is a very important topic and I want that to share with more people possible, more than just the Nepalese community, okay? Because that's very useful in my opinion, and because I got a lot of messages and comments about how to learn Portuguese language. There are my friends, followers, subscribers, whatever you want to say, are asking me, like, I can speak basic language, like basic Portuguese, but I cannot be fluent, like I'm not fluent like you, or my Portuguese is not that good. Or other people are saying, some people are like, they just speak some words, they just know like here and there like few words, but they can't really make a whole sentence. And yeah, I actually have a solution for that. You know, there are something that you cannot rush, there are process, there is no pill that I can give it to you that you just follow and then the day after you just start to speak in Portuguese fluently. And nothing works like that when it comes to language and learning things. But you certainly need some guidelines to follow to make your Portuguese better. I have write down some points here so that I don't miss out anything, and those all are based on my own experience and how to learn, how I have learned. And of course the way I have learned was different because it was a natural process as I lived and worked in Portugal. It's a long time that I have been speaking in English, in Portuguese. It may not work for everyone, but please take whatever it works for you and just leave or ignore whatever doesn't work for you, okay? It's not like I'm just giving you a guideline. It doesn't mean that you have to follow every point to be able to speak in Portuguese. Also, everyone has their own way to learn and own pace to learn as well. So if anything that you feel like it's in a fast pace, you can always repeat and watch that video again and again, so that can help you to, like, you know, go with your own pace. So without delay, let's get started. First thing first, I would like to congratulate you for taking the first step, because you are here watching my video. It's your first step and you are already there, already started your journey to learning Portuguese. So congratulations for that. Okay, and second of all, the first point I would say that I will go with is okay, find your reason, find your purpose. Find your purpose sounds a bit deep, but I would say find your reason. Why I say that is you need to know why you want to learn Portuguese language to be able to get right motivation. Some people want to learn Portuguese because they want for the knowledge, because they want to feel good, probably like confident, and it just looks good, sounds good, it's nothing wrong about it. And other people may have different reason, like because they need to, or it's kind of obligation where they work, they have to speak in Portuguese. It's never the same reason that people learn new languages, okay? That's why I'm saying that find your own reason, because finding your reason means finding your motivation. Just thinking that, okay, I want to speak Portuguese, it doesn't motivate you automatically to learn any new language. To be able to motivate yourself properly, you need your mind, your brain, your body, and your soul align with each other, so align to each other to be able to get that right motivation to start the process. Okay, why I say that? It's because wanting is a desire, is a feeling, okay? But your brain doesn't work with feelings. Desire alone is not going to motivate you. Probably that can motivate you for a day or two, but that's not going to work for a long-term motivation to learn language. And learning a language is a process. I already said that, okay? Once your brain finds the reason, like logic, to learn Portuguese language, and your body want to be in that state of like, okay, I'm ready, because what take action is your body, okay? Because mind is think, and what you do the action is your body, and what motivates you internally, it's your soul. So that's why I was talking about give right reason to your body, mind, and soul. Once you give your mind a right reason, the logic, you have a logic right now, and your body is ready to take action, okay? And you have that in your soul, that desire to learn, that's the point you are ready to learn. If your logic is to be more knowledgeable, just try to fantasize about speaking in Portuguese and being in the situation that you are being more confident, and just, you know, like fantasize about you already being that person. You already know how to speak Portuguese fluently. So that also gonna motivate you to be that person, because you already imagine that being that person. So if your reason is need or obligation, because you don't really care about being more knowledgeable about like learning more languages just in the sake of learning, probably you can't be bothered, and there is nothing wrong about it, okay? People don't have to necessarily learn more languages to feel confident or feel good. So your reason may be just to get the right job for you and get more opportunity in Portugal, okay? And that's also another good reason or good logic to give to your mind. In that case, fantasize, not fantasize in a like fantasy way, but fantasize in a way of like how learning Portuguese gonna change your life. Like, imagine probably you are working on the hotels, like a keeper job, how that housekeeping job, or in a restaurant, probably in the kitchen, like washing dishes and everything, and you want to really come out from the kitchen washing dishes to serving tables and talking with people. Probably you like that more, okay? Or you want to, like, from the housekeeping, probably you want to come out and work on the reception, or even being supervisor or manager. You know what I mean? Reason to get better job, be in the better position, and get your dream job. Then give that logic to your brain and fantasize about being in that position and being successful career-wise, you know, and that can be the right motivation for you. So whatever logic you give to your brain, just be clear about the motivation is right, you know, the logic is right. That should be right for you, not for other people, because who gonna learn is you. So you don't have to necessarily go to the people and, you know what, my reason to learn Portuguese is this, my logic is this. You don't have to tell anyone, okay? That's why it doesn't matter what the reason is, as long as you want to learn. Reason is just to justify your brain to be able to get enough motivation to start learning Portuguese language, okay? Let's jump to the second point. So the second point I came up with is planning. You need plans, okay? You just cannot go blindly with like, oh, I want this, and you just run after this. You cannot do that. You need proper plan, and you need to organize your things, okay? So for that, I would like you to plan, but why I'm saying planning, it's not like planning too much ahead. Just plan what is achievable for you. You know, it's just planning like, oh, I want to be fluent in Portuguese, or I want to just start writing down in Portuguese. That is not going to happen, because it's gonna be like quite impossible for people who are just learning from the basic. If you are medium and then you want to be a bit more, that is possible, right? Or you are basic and you want to go to the medium, that is also possible. So just make some possible or achievable plans and don't go too far too quick. Just go like step by step, so that you don't get because if you make something like too far, if you think too far, you can get anxious, okay? And anxiety is never good to learn anything. It doesn't help you, okay? Not plan too much ahead and not too little. Just your capacity, just be honest with yourself and plan the way you think that you can achieve that goal. Like you can plan for a week, you can plan for a month, or you can plan for a year. It's totally up to you. So look at yourself, know your capacity, what's your capacity, because you know your work schedule, I don't. You know your lifestyle, you know how it works for you. So it's just a guideline so that you can look to your routine, your lifestyle, your way of learning, and then you can plan properly, because planning is important, but how you plan is totally depend on your lifestyle and on you. Okay, so planning need to be happen, but how it need to be happen or how you gonna plan is totally up to you. Okay, so number 3, learn correctly from the beginning. I already told you this in many videos, probably almost like every video probably, because this is very important for me personally, because I still have some words and sentences that I have learned incorrectly before, and I still, like, even after 10 years, I still struggle sometimes to correct that I learned wrong in the first place. That's why I said, like, correcting, once you learn, the correcting can be much more difficult than learning itself. So learn slowly, but learn correctly. Okay, that's my third point. And let's go to the 4th point. My 4th point is use your 6th sense. We human all learn from using 6 senses, okay? We learn what we see. We learn what we hear. We learn what we smell. Just to say one example, like how the sense is so important, is like, imagine like I'm telling you that I'm going to take you in the fancy 5-star hotel room, okay? And I close your eyes and then I take you to somewhere in the street, okay? And put it there in the bed in the corner of the street somewhere and tell you that, okay, now you are in the 5-star hotel room, okay? You obviously gonna know it's not a hotel 5-star room, okay? How you know? It's because of the sense people have. You maybe smell around the street, that wherever in the street is probably like dog's poo, shit around, garbage, things, and you can hear the noises around, okay? That's the another thing. You can smell, you can your skin itself, probably you can feel cold or the temperature outside and everything. So you get my point, what I'm trying to say. And if I actually take you to the hotel room, in a 5-star hotel room, you maybe like can't tell, you can't tell. That's probably it is, because same thing goes along, like is your 6th sense that works, is you can pick up what is around you, okay? So that is how we learn, how we feel. So be around the situation, people, everything, that your 6th sense can pick up the language you want to learn, okay? Does that make sense? Probably I went a bit too far to explain that things, but I think it's necessary, because everyone has a different way to understand things. So I want to use every example, every situation possible, if that can help you to learn anything from me, you know what I mean? The another way of use your sixth sense is watch TV in Portuguese language, or at least subtitles in Portuguese, and then switch it back. Use audio in Portuguese and then subtitles in English, so that you can hear and you can read in other language, so that so that you can learn that way by listening and by watching. Okay. And another thing is also go to the places like in Portugal. If you are living in Portugal, go to the festivals like Santos Populares. Is every month of June that Santos Populares used to happen. It's a cultural festivals that you can go there everywhere, like every bairro, every corner of the street. This festa is happening, concerts, food. If you are in, let's say your body is within the Nepalese community, of course your body is not going to feel like you need to learn Portuguese language, because you are surrounded by the people that speak your own native language, or even other languages that you don't feel like Portuguese, even English. Like here, all the time people around me, they are speaking in English, so I don't feel like my body, it doesn't feel like more lean towards like Portuguese language. It's just like automatically your personality, I don't know how it works for other people, but every time I speak like switch languages, my personality also kind of switch along with the language, because language comes with the different languages, comes from the different countries, and different countries also not just the language, that it comes with the different culture as well, and different learning. So of course your body itself your personality itself goes a different, like a different personality, different moods. Fifth point, I would say, fall in love with Portuguese. If you really want to learn something, you have to fall in love with that, because love makes everything easy. We all know that, because people can't do anything for love. Okay, so you have to fall in love with Portuguese. You have to fall in love with food, culture, music. That's a very good way to learn new language. Listen to the music, feel the music, because as I said, you have to be aligned with your brain, mind, and like body and soul. It's like listening to the music is like you are connecting to your soul. Okay, you are trying to connect your soul with Portuguese language, with the Portuguese music. Okay, and going to the festivals, being present there in the Portuguese environment, is your body taking action towards it. Like eat in Portuguese, sleep in Portuguese, do everything in Portuguese, talk in Portuguese. Okay, dream in Portuguese. That's why I'm saying, just fall in love in Portuguese. Okay, and another thing is speaking. Okay, try. Please do not feel shame about speaking. I'm a very English person when it comes to speaking, to be honest. Even now, and speaking in English, like even there are situations that where I feel like I just say it in the sake of saying, because I don't know how to say properly, like how to sentence it properly. But I was gonna say anyway, because what matters is people gonna understand you, and even the good thing is they're gonna correct you. So the next time you gonna speak like a bit correct than before. I never expect to speak correctly, like perfectly, the next time when I speak, because that's the perfection never exists. You just get better with time. You don't get perfect. Nobody is perfect, so don't go after the perfection or being perfect, but definitely can be better if you try, and if you push yourself to work hard. So you have to push yourself, not feeling shame or not feeling like awkward or bad about some people bully. Some people are just bad. They just bully about your accent. They just bully about your like gonna show you like as a weak point, not be able to speak in in Portuguese or English or any other languages, but what you need to keep in mind is you are having an accent. It means you speak another language, more than one language. See, just look at that way, because positivity is everything when it comes to the growth. Okay, so I just want you to be positive about learning, and the more positive about, you can do it. Okay, so yeah, so after falling in love with Portuguese, another point I'm going to say is make some friends who have same values and same learning desire as you have. Okay, that's another very most important thing, is like you need to surround yourself with the people who have a similar goals like you have, so their presence itself gonna motivate you, because we, like all human are kind of like, we need kind of motivation, we need that push a little bit of people, like, just do it. So lots of time when we have problems and we share with people, this happened, that happened, unconsciously what we are doing is we are looking for the motivation or validation or something that they're gonna say, oh, just do it, oh wow, it's great. So that is kind of gonna motivate you in a way, but it's also like a kind of support you're gonna feel. That most of the people do that unconsciously, but I want you to use that consciously to learn new things, in this matter, Portuguese language. Okay, just be friends with the people who like-minded people, whose values and their goals kind of go along with yours, so that their presence and being around them automatically gonna motivate you, and probably you can practice with them, and you don't feel too much awkward like you're gonna feel with other people when probably like if you start to talk with the native Portuguese people, probably your confidence go out the window, because it's gonna be like, of course they don't gonna judge you, but it just, you're gonna judge by yourself, judge yourself more, because you don't feel like, okay, it's impossible to learn because the way they speak and everything, it just sounds impossible to be there. So you will not be there because you are not native, and it's normal, and that's okay to not to be like native. Okay, and you don't have to be like native, you just need to be good. As I said, you need to be better every time. Probably you can be close to native, but you are not going to be native. So when you are learning, that's why I was saying, just keep the possible achievable goals. Don't put like unachievable, like being like native people. It's not going to happen. But yeah, like-minded people who also want to learn, who also want to grow. Okay, this kind of people. And at this time, if you are like Sabina, I don't have any friends, and especially the friends that who also want to learn what I want to learn, and also in the same path as you are. So that's okay. And not everyone has friends. Like I'm here at this moment, like I moved in Edinburgh like about 3 years ago, and I don't have much friends. I have few. I able to make few people like friends, kind of, I would say, but not able to make too many friends, and that's fine. You can still learn. Okay, learning is not going to stop by just because you don't have enough people around. It's not going to stop you from learning. Okay, I have another trick for people who have less friends than like me, because being a bit introverted most of the time, even I look super friendly and super like hey person, but I have like limited energy for that, and most of the time I enjoy my own company more than being around too many people, and that's not very helpful to make too many friends, and a bit fussy about people as well, and that's not going to help you to find too many people. And if you have like less friends, and it's gonna be very hard like choose from those people like who are more likely to be on your path. So if that's the case, you have your friend, is mirror. Yeah, just stand in front of a mirror and take that as a friend and speak. Okay, practice to practice speaking, because if you don't practice, a lot of time what happen is like, that's my experience. Okay, sometimes you really want to practice, but I used to practice in my mind because it just feels too weird to talk to myself in the mirror. You know what I mean? And I totally understand that. But you know what, that is, if that is helpful, I'm telling you, that is very helpful, because you cannot practice without taking your voice out. You need to like speak out loud to practice speaking. Okay, that's how it works. So you have to actually speak to speak. So if you don't have anyone to speak, just use the mirror. That can be one of your friends. Okay. And another thing you can do is write general about you, or I don't know if you have a habit of writing, but I do. So that's if you don't have, just write in the sake of writing to practice. Okay, you can write anything. You can write a story if you are a good at writing stories. And if you don't have anything to write, just write about your day, write about your dreams, write about how much you want to learn Portuguese. There are so many topics you can write about. Okay, if you cannot write anything, then just take a Portuguese book, any Portuguese book, and just copy, just write. Okay, to practice your writing. All right. And the listening, I already said, the listening is music. It's the first tool that you can use, that's make you easier. And also just be around people who are speaking, and that also can help you when it's listening. That's the point. You can actually go to the coffee shop, go around where, like a shopping center where the native people are there, you know, and you will be around people. You just observe people, how they speak, their lip sync, how they cut the words, and they just use slangs, you know, so that you can understand how people speak and how that sounds. So actually when native speaker speak, so that you can pick up the thing, because when it comes to learning things, you know, we all learn from others. From the time we were born, as everything we have today is learned by someone. You know, we pick up from everyone a little and little, whatever we want, and who we are today is the piece of everyone that we met or talked till today. Okay, that's the fact, that's the reality. So we're gonna use that reality to learn more things that we really want to learn. So there are lots of things that we learn unconsciously. So as I said before, use these tactics consciously to learn things that what you exactly want to learn. Okay, let's go to the next point. So the another point is, don't compare yourself. Okay, that's a very important point. Is we can't, like, people can say like, oh, I don't compare myself, but it's not true. We do. Even we don't do consciously, we do unconsciously compare ourselves. So as I said, you are thinking of like someone speak very fluent, or even the native that I said before, like if you're listening to like native speaking in Portuguese, and you automatically can feel like you cannot do it because it's way too difficult. It's kind of comparing yourself, and you cannot compare yourself with the native Portuguese and with you. And even they are non-native Portuguese, and if they are fluent or even a bit better than you cannot compare with anyone, because everyone's life journey is different. And as I said, if you are comparing with me watching this video, I took more than 10 years to to be here. Okay, so there are always a hard work, time, effort, everything that invested to be where I am today. Okay, and that's needed to get whatever you want. That you need to put some effort, time, and need so much patience. And about comparing that, I would say, like, imagine yourself, like, imagine that, not yourself, like, let's say example, a baby. Okay, I'm giving an example of baby because we are talking about learning things. Okay, and I really think like having a baby mind is very helpful to learn, because baby doesn't have that too much clutter that we as an adult have. Okay, they are they are happy to learn things, they are natural to learn everything because they don't have that much clutter on their mind. Okay, not that much of shame, not that much of fear to get judged or compare themselves, nothing like that. They are just simply learned, and they don't feel they don't feel bad about anything, like comparing things. Just imagine a baby who never learned to walk, and if there is two baby who is like, one is 5-year-old and another is like probably 6-month old. Okay, 6 months. So imagine a baby of 6 months who is just learning to walk to their like hand and feet together. If that baby compared to the 5-year-old to like brother or sister, that baby never going to have a courage to learn. But babies in general, they never compare to themselves to anyone, because it's just natural to them to try and try and try. They never look other adults who can run, or who can walk, or who can even play football, who can run, who can do anything with using their like feet or hands separately. When that baby need to use their hands and feet both to just to be able to like get somewhere a little far. Okay, so just imagine that situation. So you put yourself like a 6-month baby or a 5-year baby or the adult self by your capacity that you feel where you are right now, and then imagine yourself like just to be able to walk. Okay, before you run. So when you are trying to learn, don't compare yourself, and just keep this situation on your mind so that you can have patience to learn. The last but not the least is take it easy. It's a process of learning. It's gonna take time. Okay, you cannot run inside of the train to get in the destination before the time, because when you are inside the train, you're gonna get exactly on the time when the train gonna be on the destination. You are not going to be earlier because you ran but inside of the train. So it really doesn't make any difference. Okay, so there is a process for everything. Every one of us is in our journey for learning. If you are here listening to me because you are on your journey somewhere, some point, so that you want to go further in it. Okay, so there is no certain destination. There will be never a day that was like, okay, I'm done learning Portuguese because I learned everything what I needed to learn. That's not going to happen. Like, I'm still learning. There are so many things that I still need to learn. Even if you learn, there is something, sometimes what happens, you start to forget the basic things. Basic things when you are still learning the advanced things. Okay, that's why teaching is very, very useful for me, very helpful, that I remind myself the things that I have learned before. And that's why I said to people that please, if you have something that you think like you can share, just share. That's gonna make you even better. I'm not perfect, but I think I'm good enough to be able to share these tips to make other people to learn. And yeah, when it's like together, we learn together, we grow together. Okay, so togetherness is a key when it's come to learning. because you single human being cannot do anything. So we need people who push us to the success, to the forward in general, because success is very subjective. When it comes to the success, I said success, but success is for now, it depends what success for you. Like being enough, like able to speak in Portuguese can be success for you. For this video, it should be, because I'm here to help you, help myself to learn, practice Portuguese. So let's learn together. That's all I had today to share with you. And it was very nice sharing experiences, this video. I really enjoyed it, to be honest, to talk like this, because it feels so easy and smooth when I'm talking about the things that it's actually come from within, and with the experience and stuff. With I don't have to think too much, like being logical and stuff when I talk these kind of things. Because as I said, when it's come to the language, you cannot use just logic or just desire, it have to be aligned, everything together. Okay, that's all for today. I'll see you next week or next time with another video. I hope you enjoy this video. I hope this video is enjoyable for you. Please don't forget to share with your friends and family. Please learn together, as I said in every videos. Grow together. I will see you next time. Goodbye for now.
कृपया यो भिडियो हेरिसकेपछि लाइक तथा सब्स्क्राइब गर्न नबिर्सिनुहोला।